Good evening. Sarawak is targeted to become a global hub for leadership tourism that combines leadership development, international exposure and high-value tourism potential. Sarawak Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Abdul Rahman Zohari Tun Datuk Abang Openg said that the approach would enable Sarawak to become a leadership development hub as well as a learning destination for corporate executives, ASEAN youth networks and international universities.
And with Sarawak's huge tourism potential, Sarawak can be at the same time be a hub for leadership tourism.
He said this during the officiation of the soft launch of the Institute of Contemporary Leadership, ICL, and the Homecoming of Professional Certificate in Contemporary Leadership, PCCL, alumni in Kuching on Sunday. According to him, the concept involves an outbound flow that provides exposure to Sarawak's youth, young professionals and community movers in the world's financial, technology and governance institutions. The inbound flow makes Sarawak a live classroom to learn the state's development model under the Post-COVID-19 Development Strategy, PCDS 2030, including its transition to clean energy, community development as well as social harmony and cultural preservation. He said the approach also has the potential to generate high-value tourism and longer stays, thus benefiting the hospitality, transport, creative and hospitality sectors. In this regard, Datuk Patinggi Abang Zohari requested the Ministry for Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts together with ICL to immediately review and implement the initiative to develop Sarawak as a global hub for leadership tourism. The ICL will drive the development of a new generation of leaders with vision, integrity and inclusiveness to face the global challenges. Datuk Patinggi Abang Zohari said leadership excellence requires structured training, continuous learning and guidance rather than happening by chance.
Leadership excellence does not happen overnight. It requires structured training, continuous learning and mentoring, and inculcation of a strong foundation in good universal principles.
According to him, ICL as a leadership transformation centre develops a contemporary leadership approach based on three main principles, which are strategic foresight, trustworthiness and inclusivity. He said the approach is important to produce leaders who are able to anticipate challenges, maintain ethical governance and ensure inclusion in the face of technological change and global challenges. The book Mawar, Astana, Mekar, Jiwa, which chronicles the life journey, sacrifices and contributions of Puan Datuk Patinggi Fauziah Muhammad Sunusi, was launched during a ceremony in the dining hall of the Sarawak Legislative Assembly Dune building on Monday. The launching ceremony was officiated through a symbolic palm scan on a special device by the Minister for Women, Childhood and Community Wellbeing Development, Datuk Sri Fatimah Abdullah. The ceremony was witnessed by the Governor of Sarawak, Tun Pehin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar and Puan Datuk Patinggi Fauziah. The publication of the Mawar, Astana, Mekar, Jiwa book serves as a documentation of values, heritage and the life story of Puan Datuk Patinggi Fauziah spanning her roles as a wife, mother and prominent female figure. The story also reveals strength, gentleness and fortitude of spirit in navigating every phase of life, thereby standing as a source of inspiration that will continue to be remembered by future generations. In addition to the printed version, Mawar Astana Mekar Jiwa was also introduced as an interactive e-book equipped with audio functionality as well as page and chapter navigation. The e-book can be accessed via smartphones, tablets and computers, offering readers the option to enjoy the publication's content digitally. The book Mawar Astana Mekar Jiwa is not merely a compilation of records and memories, but immortalizes the values, experiences, exemplary leadership and contributions of Puan Datuk Patinggi Fauziah throughout her life's journey. Datuk Sri Fatimah said the publication of the book also serves as a platform to know Puan Datuk Patinggi Fauziah beyond her official titles, including as a daughter, mother, career woman, wife and community leader. According to her, Puan Datuk Patinggi Fauziah's life journey should not be measured solely by the titles she holds, but rather by the values she upholds, the lives she has touched and the contributions she has rendered to society.
Selain melambangkan keindahan perjalanan kehidupan seorang wanita yang berliku dan mencabar, ia turut menggambarkan ketabahan, kekuatan, kelembutan dan keanggunan. Demikianlah nilai-nilai yang terpancar melalui perjalanan serta kepribadian yang amat berbahagia Puan Datuk Patinggi Hajah Fauziah yang terus menjadi sumber inspirasi kepada kami kaum wanita, khususnya wanita Sarawak.
Meanwhile, Datuk Sri Fatimah described sincerity as one of the core values that stands out in Puan Datuk Patinggi Fauziah's life journey, including in building family relationships and standing beside her husband in fulfilling his duties as the Governor of Sarawak. She added that Puan Datuk Patinggi Fauziah has also demonstrated deep concern for early childhood education, including gifted children and children with special needs, besides empowering women and supporting the work of non-governmental organizations. According to her, the values of modesty, self-discipline, resilience, loyalty, sincerity and honesty are what shaped Puan Datuk Patinggi Fauziah's character and serve as a source of inspiration for the community, particularly Sarawakian women. Leaders of organizations and heads of departments must ensure that every discussion is oriented towards appropriate solutions and actions. Sarawak Secretary Dato' Amar Muhammad Abu Bakar Mazuki said that this approach is essential to ensure that discussions held truly help address issues and move the organisation forward.
We'd like to blame people. So to me, there's no solution to it if you start to blame A, you start to blame B, you start to blame C. The most important thing why we call for meeting is to find solution to any issues. Not for you to blame people, to blame A, to blame B, to blame C, that's why at the end of the day, there's no solution to any.
He said this when delivering his opening speech at the Sarawak Civil Service Leaders Development Programme, opening in Kuching on Monday. Dato' Amar Muhammad Abu Bakar also reminded leaders not to rush into making decisions, but rather to allow sufficient space for board members and involved parties to thoroughly examine the matters discussed and put forward their views. Meanwhile, the 3-day program places emphasis on strengthening the capacity of leaders and directors in decision-making, crisis management, risk assessment, as well as understanding financial and investment aspects. The empowerment of women must also emphasize the strengthening of the family institution to build harmonious, resilient and prosperous families. Deputy Minister in the Premier's Department, Law MA63 and State Federal Relations, Datuk Sharifah Hasidah Said Aman Ghazali, stated that women play a vital role in building and shaping families. Therefore, the aspects of knowledge, communication, patience and affection must continue to be reinforced.
RM1,000 inisiatif kerajaan Sarawak tu sebab nak membantu wanita tu nak untuk melahirkan family yang happy hingga ke jannah. Dan siapa dalam confinement panjang latih tambah apa? Tambah di confinement period diberi RM450 untuk ibu-ibu yang bersalin. Jadi inisiatif banyak kan? Ada inisiatif tu diberi oleh Yang Mahmud Premier sebabnya mau menggalakkan wanita tu sentiasa happy dalam negeri Sarawak tu. Juga ada juga diberi grant pemerkasaan wanita Sarawak grant sebanyak RM5,000 untuk bantuan wanita aktif berniaga di rumah-rumah atau secara kecil-kecilan.
She said this when officiating a women's seminar entitled Keluarga Idaman Wanita, Bahagia Hingga Syurga at the Wisma Sabati Auditorium in Kuching on Sunday. Datuk Sharifah Hasidah said that the knowledge gained through such programs must be translated into daily life so that it directly benefits women and families. She remarked that building a happy family requires effort, patience, and commitment from every family member alongside communication and affection as the foundation of harmonious family relations. According to her, women must also be given space to acquire knowledge and share experiences regarding family life so that they are better prepared to face today's life challenges. Kuching City Football Club KCFC unveiled their new kit to face the new 2026-2027 season at Plaza Merdeka, Kuching on Sunday. The new kit features 3 new sets of shirts, with home kit still retaining the same white and green colours, albeit with a unique pattern variation this time compared to last season. Catching attention is the away kit, which brings back the aura of Ngap Sayot from the former Sarawak Football Association days, featuring nearly identical patterns and colours. KCFC Executive Chairman Datuk Fazruddin Abdul Rahman stated that the away kit takes inspiration from the Ngap Sayot team, incorporating red and black colours, along with patterns that likewise draw inspiration from the past Ngap Sayot squad.
Kita berharap semangat Ngap Sayot itu dapat meresap dalam player Kuching CTFC.
In addition, the third kit features an orange colour, introducing a different look for this season's competition. Elaborating further on the new kits, Datuk Fazruddin conveyed that the home kit is already available for purchase at RM149, with proceeds from shirt sales to be utilised for the continued management and development of the KCFC team. The kits will adorn KCFC players for the 2026-2027 Super League campaign, the ASEAN Club Championship Shopee Cup KCFC, to compete against prominent clubs from across Southeast Asia and the wider Asian region. And that's the English edition with me, Melinda Peter. More news can be found in our official portal ukas.sarawak.gov.my and social media platforms including Facebook and YouTube. We conclude tonight's UKAS Bulletin with scenes from the officiation of the soft launch of the ICL and the homecoming of PCCL alumni in Kuching on Sunday. #Saluran Informasi Rakyat. Have a good night.